So what is the Putnam Trail, and why are you passionate about it?
I can vividly remember the first time I was ever on the Putnam Trail. I was really astonished at how incredibly natural and beautiful this just piece of paradise right in the middle of the Bronx was. And I subsequently have been running on the Putnam Trail and walking on the Putnam Trail and bird watching on the Putnam Trail and taking my kids on the Putnam Trail with their bicycles for the last 10 years. And I still find it to be the highest quality kind of nature retreat in the Bronx. And I've been visited just about every park in New York City, every major park, and I think the Putnam Trail is uniquely special, and it's something that we should preserve.
And you've been around the world. I mean, you spent all over the world running, and still the Putnam Trail is home for you.
It's a little jewel box.
It's a piece of paradise. It's just fantastic, and
it's right near New York City. I mean, it's like you're in the woods. You're in this magical, wooded area, and it's right out of New York City. It's like out of the concrete jungle, and you're just transformed into another place, and it's so close.
Okay, but now what's going on? The Parks Department wants to do something to that Putnam Trail?
I'm in favor of improvements on the trail, but one of the things I'm not in favor of is taking away the unique natural environment of the trail, which is first and foremost the trees. They want to widen the trail from its about 6 to 8 feet width now to 16 feet, and that's going to drastically change the canopy of trees. The landscape is not going to look as nice.
And also, I think you said they want to put asphalt over it?
Yeah, they want to pave it with asphalt. I mean, they want to put like a highway lane going right through the entire length of Van Cortlandt Park.
And the Save the Putnam Trail wants to use something else?
Save the Putnam Trail is advocating stone dust, which is used in virtually all the other trails in Van Cortlandt Park, and it's something that's compliant for people that need wheelchair access. It's certainly things that people on bicycles could ride on, or baby carriages. It's a surface that's inherently natural to the natural environment, and asphalt is something that falls apart, and there's a lot of asphalt trails that haven't been maintained properly in the park. And I just feel that it's a bad decision, and we should go with stone dust.
Stone dust. Now, I think your campaign has garnered signature from all over the world because, the Bronx is known to all over the world. The Van Cortlandt Park is famous. We've
got over 1,300 signatures, and it's something that's been a joint effort by all users, by bikers, bird watchers, runners, walkers, hikers, people that are disabled. It's an issue of preserving this natural environment in an urban atmosphere where we don't have natural settings. This is an important issue because once you pave this trail, it's going to be paved forever, for generations after generations. Not too long ago, I was on the trail and a group of young children in the 2nd or 3rd grade came in with a class. If you came to Van Cortlandt Park in a couple of years, would you want to come on this trail and see it as a wide road that's paved with asphalt, or would you like to see it as an environment like it is right now, where there's leaves on the ground?
Like this.
They were being shown, this is an oak leaf, and this is an elm tree, and this is, there used to be old railroad ties here, and the kids were really interested. They were really into this natural environment because they don't see this. It's all concrete everywhere.
Yeah, that's a field trip.
And I asked all the kids. I said, hey guys, they're thinking about paving this with asphalt. I said, who wants that? And everybody said, no, don't touch it. And we need to preserve this for the next generation, and it's really an important issue, and I'm very passionate about it.
I could hear it, and I think a lot of people share. How can people help? They're watching, they maybe hearing about the Putnam Trail for the first time. Look at that camera and tell people how they can help you.
Well, I appreciate it. If you are a Bronx resident, you can write letters to your local representatives. You can go on the SaveThePutnamTrail.com website and sign the petition, and you can also include a passionate comment about why you don't want to see these changes taking place that the Parks Department is proposing. And you can also make a donation on Save the Putnam Trail to try to help our legal fund to try to do what we can to persuade the Parks Department to change their plans.
If you approach the local politicians, the community board, have they been helpful at all?
This project is funded by the Federal Highway Administration. As a consequence, it must be ADA accessible. That's a requirement. That's not an option. The Parks Department has said to us repeatedly, every time this issue has come up, The only way the Parks Department can maintain ADA accessibility on the Putnam Trail is if it is paved. They understand that there are times when rock dust can be made ADA accessible. In order to do that, you have to have a maintenance budget and a maintenance staff that the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation does not have. The maintenance budget for the Department of Parks and Recreation has been cut every year since 2008. So the issue for the Parks Department, very simply, is maintaining this trail once it's constructed. That's why they're in favor of a paved trail.
The politicians have been very good at being politicians, in my experience. They like to walk the line very carefully. It's been frustrating working with the politicians. I'd say that we have some support in them listening to our concerns, but I can't say that I've been very impressed with them really looking at the number of signatures and petitioners that we have on our side and not moving towards what the community wants, which is not to pave and widen this trail.
That's amazing. And now, you're familiar with community boards. They're supposed to be the local voice of the people. Have they invited you to present an alternative to what the Parks Department has been doing?
Community boards has also been another frustrating experience working with. We've written letters to them. We tried to, get them to be involved in this situation. But what was unfortunate is that the New York City Parks Department told the community board information that was not accurate, and they made the ruling on what they recommended for this improvement on the trail on information that wasn't correct. The Parks Department had said that paving was mandated in order for them to receive the funding from the federal government, which is absolutely untrue and not the case. And now trying to get the community board to revisit the issue has been very difficult.
Now, because of Hurricane Sandy, I think we were talking, there's probably going to be a delay in rehabilitating the Putnam Trail, if you want to call it that, because of other issues. Is there an opportunity there for you guys to...
Well, we've always said that there's bigger and more important priorities for the Parks Department to spend this money on infrastructure that needs repair, that needs to be upkept at a level that it's not. And we really believe that after Hurricane Sandy, that the Parks Department should, take these funds and move them to places that are needed more than the Putnam Trail. Okay.
And I think Mayor Mike, he has funds tied up into this because I think a chunk of money for the Putnam Trail came from him, right?
Yeah, the $1 million of New York City taxpayers, funds are going to pave a beautiful nature trail in the Bronx, and that seems like a waste.
We can only hope this broadcast will help the cause, and we'll certainly do our best.
This has been a Gotta Run with Will moment.